Trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10.
Laura, can you please call the roll?
Raise approved. The LPS board signing off on a new contract for Superintendent John Scretta, what the vote means for his compensation. Then going bananas.
We're creating a new experience every time we're in a new city.
The Savannah Bananas are bringing more than just baseball to town, who they're looking to hire before game day. Also powering projects.
You can just pop in here with no strings attached and get these amazing tools for free.
From lawn care to home improvements, a Lincoln Tool Library is helping neighbors get the job done. What's driving its early success? And a volatile situation.
The retaliation is going to just set diplomacy back that much further.
The U.S. and Iran trading attacks after an American helicopter was shut down. Why the president greenlit the defensive strikes. We begin tonight with a severe weather alert. Take a look at this. This was from our Aurora cam a little while ago tonight. You can see the sheets of rain and whipping winds hitting that area pretty hard. And this is what it looks like right now here in Lincoln. Not much going on, but not too far away. Some storms are rumbling through the state. Where are they and where are they headed? To find out the answer, here's meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Rod. Credit to the models so far that we showed you throughout the day. We talked about how these storms were going to start to take more of a northeasterly track, and sure enough, now as we head towards your evening, just passing here off to the north of the capital city. So it's fairly impressed as to how those held up. One severe thunderstorm warning right now in north central Nebraska, mainly looking at a wind and hail threat at the moment. But in some parts of the state, still far from over for that severe weather potential. Now, as we take a look then at your current watches and warnings, we were able to trim a little bit off here. We do have a tornado watch still that was added since we spoke last for northeastern Nebraska. That goes until 3 a.m. The western edge of that watch then as you get out closer to Cherry County, that goes until midnight tonight, and then we do have one county under a severe thunderstorm watch that is still there until midnight. So we're going to keep an eye on these storms as they continue to then move off to the north and east. Here's a quick look at your Allo Communications cameras, South 21st and L Street. Can't really see any rumbles of, or excuse me, any lightning on there, or hear any rumbles of thunder for that matter. Temperatures are a mixed bag of the 60s, 70s, and still a toasty 86 degrees here in the capital city. Again, we're going to keep an eye then on those storm chances as they continue to move then off to the north and east. But for your Wednesday, another warm day ahead. Better chances at reaching the 90s, I think, with a little more sunshine out there. A bit of a breeze, too, that will shift to be out of the north and west to the afternoon. Late chance for showers and thunderstorms heading into Thursday. We'll have more details on that in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Breaking news now. Lincoln Public Schools superintendent is getting a new contract and a pay raise.
I move to approve 10.1.1 evaluation proposed compensation with the superintendent of schools.
The vote passing unanimously. Superintendent Dr. John Scretta's contract extended for 2 years. Now his base salary will be $348,000 a year. That's a 4% increase from now. Maintenance workers and paraeducators also getting a little over 4% pay raise. Well, new at 10, a baseball team is bringing some fruitful opportunities to Lincoln. We're talking about the Savannah Bananas. They might have 9 guys out on the field during a game, but they're looking to hire more than 100 new team members, and they're searching for employees right here in Nebraska to help on game day. Now, this style of banana ball is really gaining popularity, and they're bringing it to 2 venues here in Lincoln this week, but they need some help making these big games run smoothly. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson joins us now with the story. Mackenzie?
The Savannah Bananas are splitting game day duties, and they're looking for locals to help fill some critical jobs on both Thursday and Saturday. These applications are live right now, and while it might be an entertaining show, these are serious paychecks up for grabs.
We're creating a new experience every time we're in a new city.
A unique type of baseball is all about entertaining the fans.
Let's dance!
From singing and dancing to smashing home runs, Banana Ball is making its way to Lincoln. On Thursday, they'll play in Haymarket Park, and come Saturday, a sold-out Memorial Stadium will host the Savannah Bananas.
Giving it kind of that local flavor and having all those people that are super excited about something new coming to their city and making sure that their city is a part of it always makes it really special.
Every place they travel, they hire locals to work. Those people will man the merchandise tables, help with ticketing and logistics on game day. Harper Mayfield says it's actually a really easy process if you want to make some money. The applications are already open, and it's not too difficult to fill out. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot you have to do ahead of the game.
When they arrive on site is when we do the training for either our merchandise or ticketing. It's very simple training, which is really nice. There are shifts that start early in the morning and they all go until the end of the game. A bunch of different arrival times for people who have other things going on with their schedules if they want to get there in the morning or middle of the day, or even some starting in the early afternoon. There are lots of different opportunities for people to be involved.
Mayfield says they're looking for another 30 or so workers for the game on Thursday. But for the one at Memorial Stadium, they're hoping for another 100 people willing to work. He tells me everyone gets paid $15 an hour, and it can be a long day, but he says it's also a really fun opportunity.
The event, like you talked about, and that generates a lot of money for the city and the hotels, restaurants, all of those fun things. But also, it creates new work experiences for people and things that they're adding to their resume. We'll always see LinkedIn posts after the game like, hey, I worked with Banana Ball.
Now, both games are set to start at 7 p.m. Tickets are sold out, but resale prices for Saturday's event are between $120 and $250 per person on websites like StubHub. Mayfield says if you want to send in an application, the sooner the better. We have a link for you in this article on our website at klkntv.com. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Looks like a lot of fun. Thank you, Mackenzie. New at 10, Nebraska ranchers could soon get federal help after this spring's wildfires. Governor Pillen is asking the USDA for a disaster designation. It would cover 4 western Nebraska counties that were hit hard by the fires back in March and April. More than 850,000 acres burned, destroying grazing land and hay supplies. If approved, farmers and ranchers could get extra federal aid and emergency loans. Tonight, the U.S. launching strikes against Iran. It says it's in retaliation for the downing of a U.S. Apache helicopter yesterday. Tonight, Iranian state TV reporting multiple explosions near the Strait of Hormuz. Fighter jets from the U.S. Air Force and Navy conducted the strikes, targeting air defense, ground control stations, and surveillance radar sites. Tehran responded, targeting the U.S. 5th Fleet in Bahrain in response to the strikes. No word on any damage there, though. The latest back and forth is drawing mixed reaction from members of Congress tonight.
There is a defensive strike that has been taken. It is proportional and limited.
A retaliation is going to just set diplomacy back that much further.
Late tonight, the U.S. says the military strikes are over for now. President Trump spoke by phone with ABC's John Carl, telling him this is not the beginning of a major new offensive. Breaking now, a key U.S. Senate race just took shape in Maine. ABC News projecting Democrat Graham Plattner has won Maine's Democratic Senate primary. He'll now face Republican incumbent Susan Collins in November. The race is expected to be one of the most closely watched in the country as Democrats look to flip control of the U.S. Senate. Well, new at 10, a close call for a highway patrol officer in Missouri chasing after a homicide suspect in Boone County there. Take a look.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
As you can see, the officer came up on the suspect's vehicle when the driver loses control, spins out and takes a shot at the officer, striking the passenger seat of the squad car. The officer turning back to find the suspect's vehicle. There are the shots right there. Inside the vehicle, the suspect dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Well, stay with us. We have plenty more after the break, such as cashing in for housing. New casino revenue is being put aside for affordable housing projects here in Lincoln, where city leaders want the money to go. And all new tomorrow morning, putting phones on pause. More schools are restricting cell phones during the school day. What educators say is changing in the classroom.
And warmer weather sticks around for Wednesday ahead of yet another chance for showers and thunderstorms Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We'll get you caught up to date with the latest coming up after the break.
Every play, every highlight. KOKN
And casino revenues could soon help Lincoln's housing shortage. City leaders are proposing to invest more than $700,000 in casino revenue into affordable housing. During discussion on the mayor's proposed budget today, finance officials said $700,000 in casino revenue is being set aside for housing investments. $1.4 million of that money would also go to help pay for the new downtown library. A public hearing on the mayor's budget is set for August 3rd. The city council plans to vote on it August 24th. New developments tonight after a Texas jury has reached a verdict in a high-profile track meet stabbing case.
We gotta fight for it. We gotta tell our kids the truth.
Yeah, a wide range of emotions seen outside the Lone Star State Courthouse after a jury found 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony guilty of murder in the death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Prosecutors argued the stabbing during a high school track meet was unjustified, while the defense maintained Anthony acted in self-defense. The deadly confrontation stemmed from an argument under a team tent during a track meet there in Texas.
It's just a hard situation, man, for anybody to be in. You know, at the end of the day, nobody wins. You know, it's a loss on both sides. You know, for the Austin family and for the Carmelo family.
Now, late tonight, that same jury deciding Anthony's sentence. He got 35 years in prison. He could have received a maximum of a life sentence. Well, only on 8, lending a helping hand through tools. You know, we have the warmer weather here. A lot of you are working in the garden, maybe doing some home repairs. Do you need a little help with that? Well, there's a group of folks who are lending out tools for free. Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva has the story.
From screwdrivers to drills to power saws, the basement of the First Plymouth Church in Lincoln has rows of tools neatly laid out for the taking, thanks to the generous collaboration of neighbors and Neighbor Works. Brent Lukey is a community builder with Neighbor Works, usually working to bring affordable housing opportunities to Lincoln. He's now helping bring the community together through the tool library.
Life's a lot easier when you know your neighbors, and it's even easier when you share things with your neighbors instead of having to go out and buy all your own tools individually.
Lukey founded it alongside local teacher Emily Trownick, and it's located in the Nair South neighborhood. But all are welcome to check out one of the over 250 donated tools. They've had 57 checkouts since their launch in March.
One of the volunteers at the desks will check you out. You get it for a week or 2 weeks if you ask, and you can renew it for up to a month, whether it's a hedge trimmer or a size of screwdriver that you need. It's free for everyone that lives in Lincoln.
Run by volunteers like retired contractor Roger Reynolds, they are open 4 days a week. Reynolds says it's exciting to hear about how the tools are making a real difference in the lives of many Lincolnites.
A lot of times they're either first-time home buyers or they've moved into the neighborhood and they're in an apartment. They don't have room to store all these tools, and so they can come in and check out what they need. And we get to hear stories about their starting gardens or trying to get their lawn going.
Tynan Stewart came in for the electric lawnmower.
It's a very valuable community resource. I think it's amazing that you can just pop in here with no strings attached and get these amazing tools for free, just like you're checking out books from the library.
Oh, and they have actual books too.
If you're really, jonesing to do a project in your house or on your yard, we also do have some DIY guidebooks and things in the collection as well.
Lukey says nonprofits have also used their service, like Indigenous Foodways, using their electric rototiller to till soil in their gardens. Danielle Da Silva for Channel 8 News.
If you want to learn more or borrow a tool, we have information on KLKNTV.com under the Links We Mentioned tab. Some exciting news out of Kearney tonight. For the first time, a UNK student experiment could soon be headed to space. The college has been selected for a national program that allows students to design and do some design research for the International Space Station. Students will compete to design a microgravity experiment for astronauts on a SpaceX rocket in 2027. Once back, students will then analyze everything. Only about 30 schools nationwide participate in the program each year. Also new at 10, Norfolk Parks and Recreation says all men's restrooms at the Skyview Park are closed until further notice. It says the closure is due to significant vandalism and damage inside the facilities. You can see it right there. Officials have not said how long repairs could take, and they're asking park goers to plan accordingly until the restrooms are back open.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, Ron, it has been a busy evening of severe weather across the viewing area, and we're taking a look at those storm reports so far. Starting out in south central Nebraska, you can see just this swath of reports as these storms have moved off to the north and to the east. A few hail reports there in western Nebraska too. Now starting to see a few more pop up in north central Nebraska. That's where those storms are for the moment. Wanted to bring to attention though, mainly down here closer to the Tri-Cities. We have a report out of Hartwell, Nebraska at about 7:30 this evening. 85-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and plenty of images there of trees down, power lines down. We saw several pivots tip over too, close to the Tri-Cities area too. Lots of damage here around the Tri-Cities. So we're going to hopefully then everyone stays safe, and we'll continue to have you guys in your thoughts here as we start to pick that up as we head into the day then on Wednesday here. So in terms of rainfall, though, light in most of us. In fact, we haven't even seen anything yet here in the capital city. A 1/4 inch in York, but as you can see, kind of just a higher strip there where some of those heavier cells moved on through. Very sporadic in nature for that rainfall across the state. And so far, any of our official reporting sites not higher than a 1/4 of an inch, but I'd imagine there's a couple areas there that range between 1 and 2 that spent the most time under those stronger storms. And we still have that tornado watch in place for northeastern Nebraska until 3 a.m. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in place for one county here in southeastern Nebraska until midnight, and then the western edge here of this tornado watch in place until midnight as well. So still a little bit of a risk out there, still a couple storms out there. We'll have a better look at that here in just a second. But quick look in Lincoln here on your Honda of Lincoln camera, South 27th and Yankee Hill Road. We've been quiet so far, but on the warmer side, it's into the mid 80s for your temperatures still here in Lincoln as we get ready to get close then to 10:30. 86 as well in Beatrice, 85 in Hebron. Here's a look then at your heat index. It still feels like 93 here in Lincoln, 92 in Beatrice, 90 over in Nebraska City. So man, that is warm out there. The humidity is still sticking with us, and just like that storm moved off then just to the north of the capital city. Going to try and hang on here. It's not quite in as favorable of an environment as it was earlier, and that has kept things on the lighter side here. But as we take a look then across the state, still some stronger storms out there. We now go to north central Nebraska here for Boyd, Holt, Kippahaw, and Rock counties. This storm moving off to the north and east at one point was producing 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So still got some life in a couple of these storms, mainly for north central Nebraska. And if you're out there, it's important to stay up to date then on the latest forecast. Have multiple ways to receive those severe weather alerts as we go forward. So here's the latest runs of Stormcast. These will ultimately try and flush out, especially for us here in eastern Nebraska. May see a few more lingering showers and thunderstorms as we go throughout the night in central and western portions of the state. Ultimately, though, maybe a quick shower to start things off on a Wednesday, but plenty of sunshine here for the afternoon. That allows us to build some more instability throughout the day, where then we are looking at another chance for showers and thunderstorms very late Wednesday into early Thursday morning. Now, this model blowing things up probably a little more than I would like at the moment, but I think I do like the timing on this so far, very early on Thursday morning. We'll monitor the trends in this as we get a little bit closer, but still looking at storm chances there for, once again, in northeastern Nebraska as we start your day off on Thursday morning, and then a little more quiet then as we head towards lunchtime. Because of that, we do have a slight level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather in place for southeastern Nebraska. Large hail, damaging winds, the main concern. This means we could see scattered severe storms, and those could try and hang around then to the start of the day on Thursday, hence why we also are still in a slight level 2 out of 5 risk for Thursday. This is mainly during the morning. I think we are wrapped up though as we head towards lunchtime. And then as we head towards Saturday, still keeping an eye on the potential for severe weather. This is important to keep an eye on. I know we got the Savannah Bananas coming to town, and the Storm Prediction Center already kind of marking out an area here where we could see the potential for severe weather. Another warm day ahead on Wednesday. High temperatures into the lower 80s, and then, the lower 90s. We don't get to the lower 80s then until Thursday, and seasonal temperatures heading into the weekend, upper 70s then for Sunday and into Monday. And let me tell you, after the 90s, that's going to feel real nice. All right, weather trivia for you tonight, Rod. We don't have options, but as of 10 o'clock at the start of this show, how many storm reports, that includes tornadoes, hail, wind, and storm damage, have we seen across the state today? If you had to throw a number out there.
Oh, you're not going to give us options?
No, it's just
we're off the dome.
Off the dome.
Nate's here too, so
We'll go 6.
I mean, can you give us, like, give or take 5?
Yeah, and I'd say a lot higher than 6.
Yeah, 26.
Oh, okay, we'll go
26?
33.
33. We've been 136, and we're still counting. So we've got lots of reports in from the National Weather Service, very helpful. But we'll get a final total on that sometime here soon.
We were that close. Coming up next, heading into the Sports Zone, Nate, the Husker basketball team will be visiting the Windy City this coming season.
Yeah, that's right. Rod, Nebraska will head to Chicago. Should be a good time. In November, we'll have the latest on the team and a whole lot more sports talk next.
From the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
The Huskers will head to Chicago for a battle with Butler in a non-conference matchup in November. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the Sports Zone tonight. Nebraska men's basketball added another piece to the puzzle for next season's schedule. The team will head east to the Windy City to take on Butler next season, which will be the first meeting between the two schools since a 80-76 Husker win in the first round of the 2019 NIT. Nebraska leads the all-time series 3-1, and the meeting will be the first regular season matchup between the schools since December 29th of 1986. Head coach Fred Hoiberg said in part of a statement today, we were looking to add another high-profile game as we finalized our non-conference schedule, and this matchup with Butler had many of the things we were looking for. So here's a look at the Huskers' neutral site games scheduled for next season. As of now, some pretty good competition in some fun environments. Providence, Boise State, Missouri, and now Butler should all provide a good challenge for a Husker team looking to keep the momentum going into next season. Now, a pair of Nebraska baseball players were awarded All-Central Region honors today. Carson Yassa and Dylan Carey earned All-Central Region honors from the American Baseball Coaches Association. Yassa earned first-team recognition from the ABCA, while Carey earned a second-team selection as a shortstop. The Husker duo is the 5th and 6th all-region selections under head coach Will Bolton. The two were big pieces to Big Red's season. And speaking of baseball, plenty of Huskers will suit it up in the summer in a variety of collegiate baseball leagues. You can take a look here at all the players playing this summer across the country. Excited to see how these guys do and progress this summer. From college to the pros, let's take a look at some of our local teams that were in action this evening. We'll start out with the Lincoln Salt Dogs, who lost a close one to Chicago 8-7 the final there. Las Vegas taking down Omaha 8-5, and Kansas City picking up a win tonight over Texas. Finally, tonight was Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The series has been elite so far. So much fun to watch, and this thing is now all tied up 2 games apiece. Carolina wins it tonight 5-3. A fantastic game going the Hurricanes' way. Game 5 will be on June 11th at 7 p.m. right here on Channel 8. That'll do it for sports, though. Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
Thank you, Nate. Dominic has a final check of your forecast next.
Well, another warm day ahead for your Wednesday. Should be fairly clear and sunny for the afternoon, but chances for showers and thunderstorms will increase very late in the evening and into early Thursday morning. Those should be wrapped up, though, by about lunchtime, leaving us with high temperatures throughout the afternoon into the low 80s, back into the mid-80s on Friday with plenty of sunshine there, too. Still looking at a couple storm chances as we head into the weekend. We'll keep an eye on that, especially with the Savannah Bananas game in town, and we'll keep an eye on these storm chances, too, over the next couple of hours. We'll have you covered all through the overnight And again, keep it tuned here for the latest updates.
All right, thank you, Dominic, and thank you for joining us. Andrew in Houston will be here bright and early at 5 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel is coming up next. Have a great night.